Okay, we're going to go through a series of plays to show you how, using the cards that Chris described earlier in the video, of how we can get the actual results of the plays that are called. So the coaches have those 6 offensive plays for the team on offense and the 6 defensive plays for the ones on defense. So they each choose their play, and then they lay them down at the same time. Once both of them are ready, they lay them down on the table in front of the other coach and said, here's the play that's going to be run. And then they roll the dice. Remember, the 24-sided dice is for the offense. The offensive player also rolls that 20-sided dice to see if there are any penalties or out-of-bounds plays or special plays. And the defensive player rolls that red 12-sided dice. So we've rolled our dice here, and as we can see, we've rolled a 14 for the offense, a 6 on the penalty roll, but as we look at let me move this defensive dice out of the way, and you'll see that 6 on the penalty chart means nothing, so there's no out of bounds, no penalties on this play, anything, and the defense has a 10. So going back to our plays, the offensive player has laid down an inside run. So they are, and this is Longview that's running the offense right now, they have an inside run 14 against the zone 10. So if we look down at the inside run, and we'll see number 14 over here against the zone, and it'll come out to an 8. We see the 8. So the offense has 8. So we'll now look at the defensive side, and we'll compare the two numbers, and then take the total of those results. So now looking at the Austin Westlake defense, they have a number 10 on their zone, which is here, against the inside run, shows a -3. So the 8 on the offense minus the 3 on the defense, that makes it a 5-yard gain. Here we going back to our previous deal, we had it 1st and 10 at our own 10-yard line, and we move it 5 yards down the field. It takes off 30 seconds off the clock. So looking at this sheet right here, you would mark 3 ticks on the quarter, so 30 seconds is going off the clock. So, and it's also, you'll have your coin here for 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, and so on. So right now we're facing a 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line, and so we're going to pick a couple more plays. All right, it looks like the offense here for Longview now did a drop back pass, while the defense of Westlake is expecting a run outside. So this is a pass versus a run defense. So hey, right now the offense is looking like they might be in pretty good shape. So looking at our dice roll, we've rolled a pair of 3s here. We got the offensive side number 3, so it's going to be drop back play number 3, and the defense is going to be run outside 3. Looking at the penalty roll, it's a 10, and 10 on the chart shows it's out of bounds. So if it's a completed pass, it's going to be out of bounds. Out of bounds plays only take 10 seconds. So move that dice out your way here so you can see it. So they only take 10 seconds if it's going to be out of bounds. So let's see what our charts, what happens on this play. So we look back at drop back 3 versus run outside, and we're surprised to see INC, which means incomplete pass. But let's look on the defense side. Never look at one result only. You look at both sides' results. There are things that override each other, like the big plays always override all other plays unless you get 2 big plays at the same time, and then you get to add them together, which really creates some really long plays or really bad plays for the offense if it's both defensive side. So let's look at run outside number 3 against drop back. It shows a -8. So if this was a completed pass, you would subtract 8 from the result. But incompletes override anything on the that are just numbers. So the only thing an incomplete would not override is a big play. So in this play right now, 3rd down, we'd move our chart over to 3rd down, and since it was incomplete, only 10 seconds are marked off of your chart. This out of bounds doesn't matter because it's an incomplete pass. So now we're facing 3rd down and 5 at their own 15. And let's see what will Longview do now. All right, now Longview's facing a 3rd and 5 at their own 15. So if they don't make it, they're looking like they might have to, punt deep in their own territory. Let's see what happens. So the Westlake defense guessed wrong again on this play. They're going with a zone passing defense against the run outside. So got a pretty good chance of making this. But again, just like a while ago, we get the offense guessed right, and it didn't work out for them. But let's look how our dice turned out. We got a number 10 for the offense, so it's going to be a run outside number 10 against a zone number 4. Let's look at our penalty die, and it's a 2, and that means nothing. So let's check it out. So run outside number 10 against the zone, 8 yards. So right now it's at a +8. Now let's look at the zone. Long as the zone is not a bigger than a -3, this is going to be a first down. But let's see what happens on the zone defense, which is zone number 4 against outside run. And we're seeing big play offense. Now you're looking at this going, wait a second, this is the defense that is showing big play for the offense. And that does happen. Like here, they picked wrong, and now Westlake has done something. They didn't line up right. They picked the wrong defense, and it's going to give a big play on the offensive side. So remember what big plays. We're going to look at our X chart. There's big play offense. Let's see what happens on this. We're going to roll this D20, and we're going to see what our result is. It's an 8. Looking at number 8. We're getting 15 yards plus a D20. So let's roll this again. A 5. So a 15 plus the 5. It is a 20-yard gain given up by the Westlake defense. So then we look back on our fielding. We were at our 15-yard line. So there's 5, 10, 15, and 20 yards out to the 35-yard line. It is first down and 10. So we would go back to first down on this. First down. Now looking at our timing chart, the game timing. So it says fumbles recovered by the offensive team or sacks or plays that result in a first down take 20 seconds. So there's lots of things there on that 20 seconds, but the main important one on this play is that plays that result in a first down. So 20 seconds only get marked off on that tick sheet. And Longview's driving, and here they started off pretty good with a 5-yard run, threw an incomplete pass, and then got the big play and busted it out for 20 yards. So that's how this game is done.